Yes, guys, welcome to the slide of the balance sheet of a rich person. This is what I call a balance sheet. It's not what I called the cash flow before. You understand why. You see shortly why this sheet is balanced. The other ones were not balanced, it's just a cash flow. Cash was just flowing all from left to right. There was no balancing of the cash. So here is the balance sheet of a rich person in the third slide. This is the most important one. I would like you to pay keen attention. Okay, let's go. Now you have your income here, salary, from salary, already. So now what do we have? From salary, the way a rich man reasons. Rich people are not people that are already rich. Rich people, you have some people that don't have anything in their name yet, but they are very rich. You can know that from their mentality, the way they reason. You work the same work with somebody, but he progresses more than you. That is what we call a rich man. He is rich mentally, right? From young, he's been rich, and it's just the physical riches that is to come through. Now, let me tell you this. Now, this is a rich man working right here. Look at it here. He receives his salary. He's working. He has his salary. That's his salary matter. Now, why are we explaining this cash flow from here? This cash flow from here comes from the rich person who started from the first slide. If you can remember the first slide, that was the cash flow of someone who is saving for investment. This is the next layer after saving for investment, and then you start investing. Now you get into the third slide of the cash flow, which is the cash flow of a rich person. Now where the sheet has been balanced, and I'll call it the balance sheet. Okay, let's write it. First, when he has gotten a lot of, say, some much level of his savings and started investing. Now, this is the way he functions. He moves from his old function to a new function. That functions this way. When his salary comes in, how does he manipulate his salary? You see, it comes here, it comes to savings. When he gets to savings, he saves some money in his savings and he passes through savings. When he passes through savings, where is he going to? He is going to assets. That is the difference. He is going to assets. He has already two levels of income management without getting to expenses. He goes through savings to assets, which means the salary has first priorities. The first priority is to save, and the second priority is to invest. He is investing in assets. So, what is he investing in such of assets? And we said assets are the things that bring money into your pocket. So, let's see what he's doing. When he saves a little bit of money, what does he do? He goes into intellectual properties. That's what he's putting money in. He's investing money. He's going to investments. He's going to real estate. He's going to landed properties. He's buying landed properties. He's buying machinery. He's going into branded recognitions. He's going into account receivables. He's getting softwares, and he is getting into buildings. So that is it. You are investing your income. Your salary comes in and you're investing. You have these assets running. Now, where does he get money to spend? His expenses, what we call liabilities, now come after his assets generating income. When his assets generate income, that is the second level of income. So now he's calculating his benefit, not from his salary, from his investments. That is the most important thing to record here. You are using your salary money to make money that gives you money to spend. Now, let's go ahead. Now he has his expenditures. You know the drill. His expenditures are here. You already know the drill. He has all these expenditures, mortgages, and all this rest, and all you see here. You can understand vividly that his liabilities have nothing to do directly with his salary. Nothing at all. His salary already has steps of saving. He saves it in saving. He spends it on investment, and now the benefits of the investment now goes into spending. Another advantage of functioning this way is this. Now, you see your level of saving here. I left it here empty because I want us to explain and understand. Your savings here, your savings here will rise. Once you receive your salary and you start saving, let's say you have your saving level here. It's still down below. Now, you keep saving, you keep saving, you keep saving, and you are here. When you get here, you're investing. When you get here, you invest. Now, when you take out your savings and you are investing, you have zero savings here. That is why I left it empty. It was for a reason. You might have zero savings here, or you might have a base level, or you might have a base level of savings that you don't take out. Say now, you save right up to here. When you save right up to here, now you take out some savings, say right down here, and you invest, and you have base savings left. So you're investing, say, in intellectual properties. You've taken out savings, you've invested in intellectual properties. They're taking some time to produce money. And this time they take to produce money, you're not investing there anymore. So you are coming back here to save, which now you have your savings level still going up to the same level here. Now, when it gets to this level, now, when your savings level rises, again, this is what you do. You take it out again, you take part of the savings again, and you invest into that. You invest into that. Perhaps, let's say, into real estate. And your saving keeps rising again. When it rises again to here, you take out part of it again and you invest where? Say you invest in machineries. That's what you do. Now your savings are still going up because what have you done? You have stabilized your expenses. You've stabilized your savings. They only rise. What brings them down is investment. When you invest to this level now, this is what you have already. You now have a level of benefit. You now have a level of benefits that is coming from your intellectual properties. What are intellectual properties? Videos, online, ebooks. Now, when you have all that online, you are generating income. When you're generating this income, the benefits that are coming from this income, this is what it does. These benefits are going right straight back to your income. Now, what do you have? You have now a new income coming from where? From intellectual properties. Now you have new income coming from intellectual properties. This is a new income. Now, what has the new income done? It has risen up your level of income. The new income rises your income level. Again, rises your income level. Your income level rises. Now it has done what again? It has risen your savings level, which means your savings no longer stop right down here. Your base saving level may have increased, and your saving level would have increased, which means now your savings is increasing. As your asset column is increasing, your income is increasing, your savings is increasing. Now all of it is increasing at the same time, and now you are going ahead. Perhaps after a short while again, you're generating income from real estate, you're generating income from machineries, and what happens? All of this income you're generating is coming again to your income. Now you have another income coming from what? Real estate. And again, you have another income coming from what? Machineries. Now you have what? In your income here now, you already have 1, 2, 3, 4 income streams. When you have 4 income streams, what is happening here? Your income has risen to maximum, almost to maximum. Let's say almost to maximum because we can never have income at maximum. That's it. So your income has risen almost to maximum. Your savings have risen so drastically because your savings will rise so far. And now your asset column will keep growing. Why? Because the more income you have from your assets already generating here, the more savings you will have coming, and the more you will have more to invest. Now you will still have to invest in branded properties or in branded recognitions. You still have to invest in account receivables, invest in softwares, invest in buildings. So now you have invested in all this. In the long run, that is how you become a rich man. Now you have too many income streams here, and then what happens? Your assets have risen. That's why you have so many income streams, because your assets have risen here. When you have risen assets, you have a lot of backflow of income coming right to your income column here. You have too much income coming in. And when you have too much income coming in, you have too much savings rising. When you have too much savings rising, you have too much capability to invest more. When you have too much capability to invest more, that is where the shit is balanced, because salary with other incomes compared to your investments, in addition, you add your incomes streams with your investments generating income. Now when you go down to your expense sheet, you will see that there is a lot of balance, because you have an income that is never at red. Your sheet is balanced. So what is happening here? You only increase your expenses here when you have balanced your cash flow and realize that in a certain time frame you have increased your production, you have increased in income. Say last year, your income level, say your net profit that you're having from your assets was say $10,000. You are living at this level of expenses. Now after another year, you realize that you have risen from $10,000 per month to $15,000 per month. So what can you do now if you want to raise your level of expenses? You can say, oh no, I'm still at 15,000, I will get to 30,000 a month. Then I can buy a new car that will cost me $500 per month. That is not a problem. Now you understand. Now I can build a house, I can afford a house that I will spend $2,000 every month for maintenance. That is not a problem for me, because every month I have $20,000 flowing in. That is what we call a balance sheet. Everything is balanced here. You can't be spending more than you earn. If you spend more than you earn, you get stuck in the rat race. And when you get stuck in the rat race, you are in trouble. You keep asking for raise. Raise my salary, raise my salary, raise my salary. At the end of it, whenever salary raises, you see no difference, because this is what you do when they raise your salary. The first thing when you raise your salary, the first thing you raise your expenses. Now you are a boss. Bosses drive big cars. You need a big car. Bosses live in great big houses. You want to live in a big house. Bosses live in a particular neighborhood. You want to live in that neighborhood, which has its own expenses. The expense levels are different. That is how we think. That is our mindset. But of which, when they add your salary, that means that your savings have increased. Take it directly to your savings. Leave the expenses at that level. Don't raise them. You are not making no money yet, because what did I say? The aim is not to have too much money. The aim where we are going to is to be able to live for a long time without necessarily depending on our salaries. Which comes down to the same again, even to the business persons What are you doing to raise income? If you have to be there for income to come in, then that is different. I will have to explain this in a different video. There is a difference between a business and a job. A job is not only when somebody employs you. Some people create jobs for themselves. Because you have to be there for it to work, that is a job. A business does not require your presence. So, what are we fighting for? We are fighting to increase the time span that we can survive without doing anything. I think you get the point now. If you have to be there for it to work, then that is a job. Trust me, if you want to be independent, then you don't have to be there. Somebody asked me, so if everybody is independent, who is going to work for who? No, everybody can never be independent. Everybody can never be independent. There are persons that are meant to be independent, and there are persons that are meant to follow. The world is made like that. Even with these videos, with all these teachings, there are persons that are meant to follow. But then it helps them too. When you are following, you don't just follow in the rat race. You follow being comfortable following. Following also has its own benefit. Perhaps people who dream high want to go high. People who dream low, there are persons that get very, very satisfied at a certain level, and there are persons that never get satisfied. They want to keep going. Those are the kinds of persons that need to be independent. Persons that get satisfied, they can work, they invest in small businesses, or some persons are just very, very, very okay with their income from salary they save, and they expect to live in their savings in the future on their retirement. If at all they have some retirement benefits, it comes like a plus. Then they have their savings plus the retirement benefit that is going to help them. But I'm going to make a full video on that, because there is something wrong with saving and hoping to live on retirement benefits in, say, the next life, because the future is like the next life. If you want to know why I called it the next life, just scan back and see how much you spend on groceries, how much you spend on fuel, how much you spend on, say, electricity bill at home, how much you spent on drinkable water, how much you spent on tap water, how much do you buy bathing soap 5 years ago, and how much are you buying it today? That is a problem. It's more than times two. So what am I saying? If you are saving to invest, or you are saving for your future retirement, which one is better? It is better to save for investment, because once you invest, the expensive economy grows with your investment. So the cheap investment today will be expensive tomorrow. Cheap investment today will be expensive tomorrow, because the economy has become expensive. You are part of the economy. When you are an investor, you get expensive with the economy. But then if you are saving for retirement, this is what happens. Your calculation, as per your savings, say, by the time you go on retirement at 70 years old, and you have $50,000 as savings, if you calculate today and say you will be, per se, you'll be spending $1,000 a year, and $50,000 can take you for 50 years. That is okay. That's just an example. That cannot work like that, but just take the example. If you were to spend $1,000 today per year, in 10 years, you will spend $1,000 in a month. So the mathematics of saving for retirement doesn't work. That is very bad mathematics. You need to think. That's why we have to re-strategize our thinking on the future. So thank you, and I'll be waiting for your reactions in the comment section. And this topic is quite a very, very big topic. I'll be raising some videos again, as I've already told you, with the misconceptions on savings for the future and investment for the future, the pros and the cons, so you can know exactly which one you pick with an informed choice. Thank you. Follow, share as much as you can. It's very important to share. Many people need to know this. Knowledge, they say, is power. Some people don't have it. Some people don't even have the means to have it. And we who have the means to have it, it's better to share for those who don't have, who will have it, and they can even do better than us with their future. So see you in the next video. I'll be raising a lot on this platform.